The nervousness of success. That's gonna be an interesting topic. As you get more successful with libido self-empowerment, meaning you are expanding your reach in a lot of ways, you're gonna start to get nervous, and the reason is because of karmic experience within your energy body. And for example, I almost have 300 subscribers on my German channel. It's growing very fast today. It's like for me very fast, I have to say. I'm about to reach 300, and it grows by 15 per day right now, 15 to 20, which for me is fast. And that doesn't include thousands per day, so you could imagine what happens when you get thousands of subscribers per day, new ones. But if you come from the conditioning of fear and of libido suppression, and from societal conditioning that is suppressing, then this could make you very nervous. So fear pops up, and I think it's very important to relax into that recognition, and say, okay, it looks like I'm gonna have some form of fame eventually, and it's coming to the point where it's like a tipping point, and most people get so nervous that there's like, oh my god, I'm gonna give it up. I think this is too much for me. But if you are rooted in libido self-empowerment, then you're going to use that as your primary decision maker and not fear. So if I ask myself, continuing the road I'm on, does it give me more libido self-empowerment or less? And of course it's more. Okay, it's definitely more. So it's important to always check when fear comes up and doubt comes up, that you come back to your primary objective, which is libido self-empowerment, and make it very clear to your unconscious mind, but just by reflection, that this is why you're doing it. This is why you did it in the first place. That's why you're in it. And it's obvious that as the more reach you get, the more you are going to have to deal with that. Okay, and most people cannot even deal with it right from the beginning. They don't need to have one subscriber and already have a problem with it. So just be aware that you are basically entering into, for your body energy, unknown territory. It's going to be super new territory. Like, just imagine like you're going on the street and people recognize you, as an example. Okay, so you're going to have to deal with that, and the way to deal with that is ask yourself, what was your primary objective? Why are you in it? For more joy and more sexuality, for more opportunity of more joy and more opportunity of sexuality. And if you let the fear overtake you, you're going to be blocked as hell. Energetically, you're going to be blocked as hell, and you cannot continue that way. So you have to reset yourself to your objective and the primary objective. And the other thing is that you might want to ask yourself, am I the fear, or am I the consciousness that observes the fear? And the consciousness itself is not fearful. So you have to look at that and understand that, because once you reach a certain size and you give a good message, it's gonna just explode. Like when the message hits the listener and it's ripe for being listened to, and it's ripe for people to receive it, then it's just gonna explode on its own, and you have to be ready for that. So that's very, very, very important, because otherwise you are going to again drop down into libido suppression, because the fear becomes too much. So that's something super, super, super important to be aware of, because everybody, I think, hits that. And there's some people who are not conditioned that way, so they naturally feel like they need to have that reach, and they don't have that fear that underlies it. But I think most people do, and that's just karmic. And but when you make very clear your priority, your objective, with which is libido self-empowerment, then you're never going to be influenced in your decisions by fear. And this is literally probably one of the biggest obstacles in libido self-empowerment is, will the fear take you over, or will the objective of libido self-empowerment be more important to you? I mean, you can hide in your kitchen all day long, or you can say, okay, I want to enjoy the fruits of the garden. And sometimes you have to climb a high tree to get those fruits. So that's just how it is.